Like the 2022 Township Council Organization meeting to order. Everyone please rise for salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, are you with us?
No, Mayor, I think it's me today.
All right. Scrutia, could you please read the statement of public notice?
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 1048 and NJSA 10410 as follows. A notice of the meeting was promptly posted on the bulletin board of the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey on December 31, 2021. A copy of the notice was faxed to the North Jersey and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk on said date. This meeting is being conducted under the circumstances surrounding the COVID-19 health situation. Only 25 members of the public will be allowed to attend the meeting in person. A link and a telephone number to join the meeting virtually can be accessed on the Township website at www.lfnj.com. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Scrutia, can you please call the roll?
Council members Hablitz,
Present.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Present.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Present.
Councilmember Seaver,
Present.
Council President Scoba.
Present.
I would like to open the floor for nominations and election of council president for 2022. The floor is open for nominations.
I nominate Council President Scoba.
All right, I have a motion by Councilman Kawadi, a second by Councilman Vanchery. Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close the floor to nominations for council president. Mr. Kuchia, please call the roll.
Council members Hablitz,
Present.
Count Kawadi,
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Vanchery,
Yes.
Seaver,
Yes.
Scoba.
Yes.
Congratulations, Council
Thank
President Anthony Scoba. 2020.
I, Anthony Scoba,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all of the duties
of the office of council president
of the office of Council President
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Council President. That's it. My whole year at the dais right there.
Have a motion to approve the following appointments by the mayor for a one-year term. Moved by Councilmember Hablitz, second by Councilmember Kawadi. Are there any questions regarding the appointments for a one-year term? Mr. Kusia, please call the roll for the one-year term.
Councilmember Hablitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes. Have a motion to approve the following mayor's appointments to the boards and commissions indicated.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Vanchery,
Second.
second by Councilmember Seaver. Please, are there any questions to the appointments for the commissions as indicated? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Councilmember Havelitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes. I apologize. There is a deletion and an addition on the Historic Preservation Commission. Do we have to go back and recall the roll for a new member? Bishop?
You're adding one, sir?
We're taking one off and adding a person on the Historic Preservation Commission.
I would, yes.
Okay, so we're going to add Jan, Jan Price, Price, on the Historic Preservation Commission.
And taking off,
We're taking off Debbie Brightweiser. So I'm sorry for that. I apologize. Have a motion again to approve the, can we just do the addition?
yes.
Yes, can I have a motion to approve the addition of Jan Price to Historic Preservation Commission?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Havelitz,
Second.
second by Councilmember Seaver. All those, please call the roll, Mr. Kusia, to approve Jan Price.
Councilmember Havelitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes. Have a motion to approve the following appointments for the auditor, Wilcox and Company.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Quaddy, second by Councilmember Seaver. Mr. Kusia, please call the roll to approve our auditor.
Councilmember Havelitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver,
Yes.
and Council President Scoba.
Yes. Have a motion to approve the following appointment, which is myself to a one-year term. Is there a motion on that?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Vanchery.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Havelitz. I shouldn't say myself. Record Anthony Scoba. Let's be clear on that. I apologize. Before we call the roll, Mayor, would you please go over the classes on the planning board? Explain that to the
Absolutely.
public.
Sure thing, Council President. There are 4 class members on the planning board. The class 1 member is the mayor. The class 2 member is a member of the environmental commission within the municipality. The class 3 member is a council member, a sitting council member, and this council has opted to nominate and appoint you to that position as a class 3 member. And then there is a class 4 member. That is all of the other regular sitting members that are appointed to the planning board, as well as 4 alternate members that vote only when a class 4, 3, 2, or 1 member is not available to vote at that hearing. Again, whether it's a planning board meeting for that purpose or a zoning board, there is either a 9 or 7-member board. And the reason there's a 7-member board for the zoning board is because yourself and I, as members of this governing body, do not hear zoning applications because the first level of appeal from the zoning board is to the mayor and council. So to avoid any sort of conflict or issue that may arise, yourself and I do not sit on zoning applications within the municipality, and the board functions as a 7-member board.
Thank you for that explanation, Mayor. Mr. Kusia, please call the roll to appoint Anthony Scoba to a one-year term for our class 3.
Councilmember Havelitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes. The following, as everybody has, is a list of council appointments. There is no vote needed here. Are there any issues to the council appointments? See it none, we'll move on. Mr. Kusia, can you please read the following statement for the consent agenda?
All items on the consent agenda are considered to be standard reorganization resolutions and will be enacted with a single motion. Any council member may remove any resolution and have it voted separately.
Thank you, sir. Have a motion to approve resolutions A through TT.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Quaddy, second by Councilmember Havelitz. This is a motion to approve resolutions from A through TT. Mr. Kusia, call the roll.
Councilmember Havelitz,
Yes.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery,
Yes.
Councilmember Seaver,
Yes.
Council President Scoba.
Yes. Can I have a motion to open the meeting for public and all matters?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Quaddy, second by Councilmember Vanchery. All those in favor of opening the meeting to the public for all matters signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, that motion signify by saying nay. The motion carries. Mr. Kusia, please read the public comment.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. Please give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Please give your name and address for the record. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
The floor is now open.
Luis Fernandez, 54 Harrison Street.
Good evening.
Good evening. Too bad I don't have an agenda. I was looking for an agenda, but there isn't any. So I don't have it in front of me. So excuse me for if I say things that I'm not exactly to the. I saw quite a few resolutions and quite a few appointments. One of them was the tax search officer, municipal planner, municipal attorney, bond counselor, engineer, etc. And I kept reading underneath.
I'm sorry. Could you please cover your mouth and nose with the mask? Thank you.
One of the things that he said underneath all the resolutions was that it is expected that the value of the acquisitions of these services will exceed $17,500. What is that all about?
Resolution, Mayor, 17.5.
Sure thing. That is the pay-to-play statute. That is the figure, and these are for professional services, which we believe will exceed that, such as an engineer, an attorney, a lot of professional appointments. And this council and myself, depending on who the appointment is for, are permitted to choose the individual who we believe will be best suited to serve that role within the municipality.
Okay. Also, resolution HH, he said governing maximum permissible time per speaker during a public portion and public hearings at council meetings. And he sort of limited the amount of time. Is that the same that it has always been, or is being changed and is going to be allowed less time for the speakers?
That hasn't changed.
That remains unchanged.
Mr. Fernandez, that's always been what we have.
It was just a question.
Yeah. No, I'm just telling you, it's a good question. It's always been what we have.
All right.
But you know, we've also been a little bit liberal with that.
I understand. Also, in the agenda, he said something about the discuss the parking on Harrison Street. In all my years,
Mr. Kusia, that's going to come, I'm sorry, I apologize. Mr. Fernandez, that's going to come up under our regular order of
okay,
business.
all right,
When we go in, this is under reorg. So if you can hold off on that, I know this says all matters,
okay.
but that issue is on our agenda.
That's
It's come up under our regular meeting. So I appreciate it. I apologize for calling you Mr. Kusia, just so. Anyone else? Anyone? Mr. Kusia, is there anyone?
I do not see anyone.
Okay. Have a motion to close the public comment?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Quaddy,
Second.
second by Councilmember Hablitz. All those in favor of closing the public comment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Mr. Kusia, please read the time capsule.
46 years and 3 months remain until the opening of the time capsule on April 2nd, 2068. The time capsule was buried in Memorial Park on Wilmore Road on April 2nd, 1968, in connection with the centennial celebration, the 100th anniversary of the Township of Little Falls. And the then Township Committee directed that the Township Clerk shall, at each organization meeting of the Township's governing body, insert in the minutes a notation of the time remaining until it shall be opened.
Thank you. God willing, 2068 comes. Can I have a motion to
I'll be
adjourn?
113.
Can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Kwati,
Second.
Second.
Councilmember Hablitz. All those in favor of adjourning this reorg meeting signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed signify by saying nay. We'll just take a short break for a few moments, then we'll go right into our meeting. So that meeting is adjourned. I have it.
My glasses keep fogging and I can't see.
Councilmember Hablitz? Councilmember Hablitz?
I'm working on it. Trying to get a TV program going.
Mayor, you ready? Welcome everyone to the Township Council Workshop Meeting Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. This meeting is now called to order. Councilmember Quadri, lead us in this flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Mr. Kusia, can you please read the statement of public notice?
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8 and NJSA 10:4-10 as follows. A notice of this meeting was promptly posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey, on December 31, 2021. A copy of the notice was mailed to the North Jersey Herald and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk on said date. This meeting is being conducted under the circumstances surrounding the COVID-19 health situation. Only 25 members of the public will be allowed to attend the meeting in person. A link and a telephone number to join the meeting virtually can be accessed on the Township website at www.lfnj.com. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Kusia. At this time, please call the roll.
Councilmember Hablitz,
Present.
Councilmember Kawadi,
Present.
Councilmember Vanchery.
Present.
Councilmember Sieber,
Present.
Council President Scoba.
Present. Have a motion to open the meeting for the public for general matters and agenda items.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Quadri,
Second.
second by Councilmember Hablitz. All those in favor of opening the meeting for general matters and agenda items signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed to that motion signify by saying nay. Mr. Kusia, please read the statement.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. Please give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Please give your name and address for the record. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you, Mr. Kusia. The floor is now open. Is there anyone?
No one, sir.
Can I have a motion to close the public comment?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Sieber,
Second.
second by Councilmember Hablitz. All those in favor of closing the public comment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Mayor Damiano?
Thank you, Council President. One item to be discussed this evening is the parking modifications on Harrison Street. This was an issue that was brought to our attention originally by Mr. Fernandez some time ago with respect to signs on the street that may not have made much sense where they were located. In review of the ordinance, it appears that an update to the ordinance should be made. And the chief spent some time, it was now almost 2 months ago, after this issue was brought to our attention, reviewing the area and checking the width of the roadways. And he suggested that he believes an ordinance is in need of review to reflect that Harrison Street should have no parking on the east side between Willow and Jackson, Madison, and Ryle on the dead end. And he further believed that there should be a one side of the street parking on Harrison Street between Madison and Jackson. The suggestion on the side where the parking would be most limited is due to that being the side of the roadway where the fire hydrants are located, which makes it and our practice throughout the municipality has been to prohibit parking when there is only one side of the street parking on the side where there are fire hydrants, allowing there to be easier access for the fire department. God forbid there's an emergency.
Are there any questions from the council regarding what the mayor just reported on Harrison Street?
Council President, if I may, I just want to add, because I know Mr. Fernandez was asking a question, and Mr. Fernandez, just want to let you know, if you recall, I had mentioned this back in December, we were going to make the changes. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to adopt an ordinance in 1 year and then have it roll into the following year. So that's why the mayor is bringing it up, because it's going to be a future agenda item that we're moving ahead with this based on the conversation we had with you, myself, Mr. Campbell, Chief Post, when we met last month.
Thank you, Councilmember Vanchery, for clearing that up. Are there any other discussion on behalf of the council regarding what the mayor has reported this evening? Seeing none, we'll move on. I want to thank the council for voting me in as council president, having the faith and trust in this position. I take this of the utmost seriousness, and I'll do the best I can to uphold this position. Nothing enlightens me more than when I do get a call from council members wanting to push an issue forward that I think will benefit the town, and working with that council member to make that happen. Also, when it's an idea that maybe isn't quite the right time, and putting it off the table for a future date. I thoroughly enjoy working with each and every one of you and working along the mayor and seeing what would be the best issues to resolve for this great township of Little Falls that we reside in. I want to thank my twins for showing up this evening, Philip and Nicole. When I started on this political journey with the mayor and former council member Maria Cordonier, I think you were in high school, and now you since are working full time. So I appreciate you coming out and supporting me this evening. And thank you to my wife, who I think every other day does ask me, what can you do more for the township? Sometimes our best, the people that, they're not the residents, but it's our own family members that do push us to do better. I want to thank the staff, especially Cynthia Kraus, for working with me, along with getting the agenda set up. I know we have this rule, Thursday afternoon is the last minute that we take agenda items. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. So I appreciate you working along with me to make sure these meetings go as smooth as possible. Many thanks to Mr. Kushia for the advice throughout the year that you've given me to maintain this the council president position. I do just want to comment on my report on 2/14, on February the 14th, there's going to be dessert and dancing, desserts supplied by Palazone's Bakery. That's going to happen at the Civic Center along with DJ Julio for the seniors. Those that want to attend, please reach out to Nadine or the office here at the municipal building, or Mr. Pace. Councilmember Havertz.
Thank you, Council President. So just one update for the library this week. They are continuing with their virtual and in-person functions, but one upcoming thing that they have this weekend, Pencilworks' own Jerry has written and illustrated a book along with his wife called Gerald Draws His Teacher. He will be there at the library Saturday, January 8th from 1 to 2 p.m. For a meet and greet with the author. Other than that, I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for last year, the police, the DPW, the fire department, the EMTs for all that they've done for the community. And I look forward to working with the community all year. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Havertz. Councilmember Quaddi.
Thank you, and congratulations, Council President. Your leadership is much appreciated and valued. I know by myself, I don't want to speak for the rest of the council, but I'm sure by them as well. I just want to congratulate and thank all of the people that we appointed to the various committees during the reorganization meeting, particularly the members of the Domestic Violence Committee who I work closely with. These committees do a lot for us, and we can't do everything ourselves. They're an important part of the community, and we appreciate their service. And so I just want to say thank you to them, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Councilmember Seaver.
Thank you, Council President. And again, congratulations on behalf of your appointment for this following year. Again, just want to wish everybody happy holidays and a happy new year. I know we're still entering a year of unknown, but over these past few years, it's actually been such a great
time to actually reflect on all that we've accomplished. Myself, along with all the fellow council members sitting here with me, as well as the mayor, we've been able to bring so many new activities and functions and processes to our community that nothing would be possible without all of us being on board. And also with that, with the support of our business administrator, Mr. Chuck Kuchia, our rec department, our DPW, our police department. There's so many people that go into play with all these functions that happen that the behind the scenes can be chaotic and great. And hopefully that we continue all these community outreach programs in the near future.
Thank you. Councilmember Vanchery.
Thanks, Council President. First, want to say congratulations to you. As I start my 6th year serving as the council, I'm proud to say in those 6 years, you've been the person out in front leading the charge with us, and greatly appreciate your leadership and, of course, being a mentor to me as well as my colleagues on the council. So congratulations again to you. You put a lot of hard work into making these meetings happen. So we're looking forward to another year under your leadership. For me, there's a couple things I just want to acknowledge. Obviously, Happy New Year to everyone. And just to reiterate what Councilman Kawadi said too, congratulations to all those that were appointed to the various committees and positions in town. We greatly appreciate everyone that's willing to volunteer their time to help, whether it's on a committee like the Transportation Committee that I run, or being on the Planning Board or Domestic Violence Committee or Open Space. So it's greatly appreciated when members of the community step up to help. Just in terms of 2022, just looking forward to moving ahead with some projects that we've been working on. In particular, obviously, adding the traffic light over on Wilmore Road, Francisco, and Cedar Grove Road at some point in this year. Had a chance to talk to the engineers last month and got an update what they're pulling through. So we're hoping to have an update in the near future on the exact timing once the weather, of course, gets better. A couple other things too that we're working behind the scenes with is, updating some of the pedestrian crossings, getting the lighted up pedestrian crossings, especially on Patterson Ave by the fields. It's something we want to make sure, from a safety standpoint. And then just lastly, I'm sorry not there. Unfortunately, with the pandemic right now, I found myself in that situation where I tested positive a few days ago. Besides a nagging cough, I'm doing well. I'm fully vaccinated. So apologies for not being there, and just, a reminder to mask up, stay safe. And, at some point in 2022, I hope we can move on from COVID and how it's disrupted us for the past 2+ years. That's it, Council President.
Thank you, Councilmember Vanchery. Yes, it's right of you to give a little mention to the Planning Board. Those members under the leadership of Walter Kirkpatrick actually is having their reorg meeting, correct, Mayor, this Thursday. They put a lot of time and effort into those meetings and into those applications. And Mr. Walter Kirkpatrick, the chairman, does a fine job at that, along with the staff members, who is one of them's here tonight, Tom Lemanowicz, and the board attorney, Rich Bigladoro. Mayor, anything you'd like to say?
First, congratulations, Council President, to another year leading this council on the dais. You have done a fine job over the past 5 years, and really looking forward to what 2022 brings to this council and this township in the future. I really look forward to working with all the other council members as well this year, continuing all the incredible progress that has been started over the past years. I want to thank all of our departments for everything that they did in 2021. As several people said, 2022 brings still certain unknowns, and we will continue to navigate those unknowns to the best of our ability and do what is right for this township. I want to thank everybody who serves on all of the committees and boards in this township. There are so many positions that are handled so well by so many individuals in this municipality, and it really helps with us securing whether it be grant opportunities, whether it be other types of opportunities that benefit this township, and the hard work that they put in does not go unrecognized or unnoticed. And I want to thank everybody that serves on those committees and boards. I want to wish a happy new year and a happy and safe 2022 to everybody in Little Falls and all around. And I really look forward to what the future has to bring. I do intend to deliver my State of the Township at the regular council meeting in January, and have begun my remarks or preparing my remarks in that regard. I look forward to delivering to all of the residents what has been accomplished and what the future visions are for this municipality moving forward. So with that, Council President, that's all that I have this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Let the record show that Chief Carlson are present. Chief, would you like to come up to the podium?
Good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
Thank you for the acknowledgement. Just on the behalf of the men and women of the Little Falls Police Department, I'd like to just reaffirm our commitment to the community and to the council and the mayor in the upcoming year. For everybody watching at home, if you'd like to stay better informed, we do have a Facebook page. We are on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And if anybody has any questions or comments or concerns, I have an open door policy. I'd be willing to discuss anything with anybody at any time. And they could always reach out to me.
Thank you, Chief.
All right.
Thank
Thank you for joining us
Thank
this
you.
evening. At this time, can I have a motion to close the public comment?
No, we haven't opened.
Oh, I haven't opened yet. You can't close if I don't open, right? Okay, a little bit. Have a motion to open to public comment.
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Kawadi,
Second.
second by Councilmember Havelitz. All right, let's try this. All those in favor of opening public comment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. Okay, we are now open, Mr. Kraus, Mr. Kusia.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. Please give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then raise hand icon. Please give your name and address for the record. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Okay, thank you. So as the floor is open.
No one on Zoom, sir.
Thank you. Now can I have a motion to close the public comment?
So moved.
Moved by Councilmember Kawadi,
Second.
second by Councilmember Seaver. All those in favor of closing the public comment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. It is with my great privilege I get to close this meeting. This meeting is
Nope.
now
You
adjourned.
need a
Can I
motion?
have a motion? Have a motion? to
So
close this
moved.
Meeting moved by Councilmember Seaver.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Havelitz. All those in favor of closing this meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay. We are now closed.